Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I'm WendyO. You guys, we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin spot ETF approval today. That is a rumor. I think it was yesterday. I don't know, but there's all these rumors that the Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to be approved this week and that the SEC has no choice. Okay. So we're going to talk about some of the different rumors, some of the news stories, whatnot. You guys already know how I feel about the Bitcoin spot ETFs. I think that they're predatory. I think that it's just another way for traditional finance to fool us and to essentially kind of move into a market that was created for the people, by the people, to improve our quality lives. Because realistically, we're not going to be able to beat the elites. We're not. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but at the end of the day, we keep it real on this channel. Why do we keep it real on this channel? Because you need somebody to keep it real for you. I'm a shock jock. I'm a mom. And I see what's going on. And I think most of you see what's going on too. So the purpose of this channel is to continue to provide the most unbiased information as best as I can. Because again, I am a human. Humans do human things. And to really just kind of keep, thank you so much, Callie, for the thing. I got to put a post-it here because the things drive me cuckoo. Oh, it made it big. Ooh. Hold on. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Anyways, I'm a hot mess. I'm here. We're getting ready to go. But yeah, I think we're just all tired of like all the same crap happening time and time and time again. Okay. Thank you so much, Queen. It's dusty. It's dirty. It's dusty and it's dirty. But anyways, we got a poll up here. Is the ETF coming today? 19% say yes. 67% say no. And then 14% say hot yoga. I'm going to be doing hot yoga today. Normally I go to the gym on Tuesdays to lift weights, but my lower back's hurting a bit. And then I ate like a fat pig this weekend because I love food. And I deserved it. It was pretty much healthy food. Like we did a nice dinner to celebrate the 200,000 subs on New Year's Eve. But I love bread. I love bread, but American bread is not the same as like European bread. And I eat too much of it. And of course I had a couple glasses of wine. I'm known to have a glass here or there. What else did I eat? I made really delicious vodka sauce. I'm actually going to go buy more. Cause I bought it jarred actually. And I added some extra stuff because one of my favorite delis, Clarol's, this Italian deli. It's been around since forever. They've got multiple different locations. My grandpa knew the owners and I used to go there since I was a kid. So I always like to go to support small businesses because that's important. It's a couple bucks extra for things there, but at the end of the day, I'm supporting a small business. I'm supporting my culture. I'm supporting my people. And if you can afford to shop small businesses, do it. If not, go to the big box stores. It is what it is. We do the best that we can. Okay. But anyways, big shout out to squidgrow. They gave away 1 Bitcoin. All you had to do is literally join their community. And we've talked about it on the show. And there's a couple tasks you had to complete. Shout out to Mark Cypher, CryptoFace, and to Shrapnel, Crypto Gaming, GameFi, Web3, all of that stuff. It's going to be important. And I also have something to talk about with Gala today. I mean, exciting. But let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Let's take a look at the market. And I think I was wrong yesterday. I think I thought we were going to head down, but I think we headed up. So let's go ahead and take a look. But the market's up. Everything looks good. Aster 21.3%, HBAR 9.4%, CFX 12.4%, WeMix 7.2%. Scions, I don't know. Their ecosystem's kind of popping off. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at Bitcoin. So there's a lot of rumors about the Bitcoin spot ETF being approved. I'm going to get rid of the volume here because we don't really need the volume today. I wanted to show you guys that with TRB, which y'all didn't watch that video yesterday, which makes no surprise to me because I put videos out telling you how to avoid getting rug pilled, how to be a better trader, how to be a better investor, and y'all don't watch that stuff. Don't know why. That's your business, not mine. But anyways, this is what's happening with Bitcoin. I think I thought we were going to head back down to 40,000 first. And I was wrong. And it happens. I'm okay. I will always admit I'm wrong. Not a big deal. No shame in being wrong. If I was one of these content creators or these shock jocks that is like right all the time, that's problematic. Okay. There are some hills that I will stand on and there are some things that I will fight you guys on because a lot of people don't have comprehension skills or like understanding skills, those types of things. So I'll fight y'all on that. But when I'm wrong on a call, I have no problem with it. Like I was one of the people that thought we were going to hit 10K. Because it was an 80% correction using fractal-based technical analysis. That argument made sense. It didn't happen. That's okay though. We were $5,000 away from my target, 15K, which is phenomenal. So whatever. But anyways, this is Bitcoin. We had a lot of excitement earlier and we had a swing with high to $46,000, but we have not been able to get above that $45,000 area. Right now it is looking likely. MACD is bull crossing. We're heading upwards. On the 4-hour chart, it does look a little toppish though. Does look a little bit toppish. I think today we may be correct between 44.5 to about 43.6. If that does happen, I'm going to continue to kind of consolidate in this area. But if we get that Bitcoin spot approval, okay, then the technical analysis doesn't matter. Okay, it's not going to matter any way, shape, or form. So that's something to kind of take into consideration and all those things. We have 313 concurrent viewers, amazing people watching, intelligent people that want to improve their quality life. And I'm with it. If you guys want to trade with me, I'm currently trading on phemex. Okay. Not your keys, not your coins. And you need to read the terms of services. I make RefLink money. I'm partnered with them in that aspect. And when I make RefLink money, that's how we pay payroll on this channel. So take note. If you're somebody that doesn't know how to trade and you want to hone in on your skills or learn a little bit more about trading, I highly recommend you join Alpha U. Good friends of mine, good crypto OGs. They know exactly what they're doing, and they are not going to give you signals, but they are going to help you learn the basics of trading and investing, which is very, very important. Okay. Hi, ma'am. Please TA Gary USDT 4-hour views. No, I'm not going to do that today. Gary's got great fundamental analysis. I like it. It's good. It's basically TikTok for India. Shout out to India. Shout out to Crypto Gamer. Good morning, Winnie and community. When Bitcoin goes green to start the year, then it's a good omen for the rest of the year. Gamer knows and Queen knows. And you guys smash the like, get this up. But we have a lot of really cool people in here today between TikTok and YouTube. Appreciate all you guys for being here. But anyways, as far as Bitcoin goes, the 4-hour looks like she's going to fall and hold on to, even on the 4-hour, the previous price action, we did dip all the way to 42,000. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen because of all the hype. So it's going to depend. But however, this is the thing. Technical analysis on Bitcoin is kind of hard right now because we have all this fundamental news about institutions coming in, about the Bitcoin spot approval. So me personally, if I was I used to actively trade a lot more, not so much now, more doing spot stuff and long-term swinging and investing because that's what makes sense for my time schedule. But right now, just because there's so much hype that there's the potential for the Bitcoin spot ETF to be approved today or on the 10th, it's kind of hard to trade this news, okay? Because if it gets approved, numbers going to shoot up like crazy. We might expect that. If it gets denied, numbers going to dump. So even though the technical analysis is looking bullish on the charts, it might not really make sense. So sitting on the sidelines is okay. That's called no action. And that's still a very responsible way to trade and invest, in my personal opinion. But you guys do what works for you. And regardless of what you decide to do, I believe that you will be making the right choice for you, your families, and your communities, okay? You always have to do what's best for you, just as long as it's ethical, just as long as it's legal. So just do the best you can. Do what you can when you can and know you're doing a good job. Now, what the hee-haw? This is what crypto news. What's going on over here? What's our first story? Okay, this is basically DeFi, okay? So this is for DeFi Llama, and here we go over here. DeFi TVL surpasses 55 billion as crypto market continues to surge. So let's talk a little bit of this about, let's talk a little bit about this. And then we will kind of segue what this means about Bitcoin spot ETF because it's all related. So DeFi Llama shows that the total DeFi TVL rose 2 billion in the past 24 hours. TVL is now around 55.7 billion. 24-hour trading volume is around 2.6 billion, and DEXs are dominating the volume around 12%. The sector's leading protocol, Lido Finance, saw a 4.5% increase in TVL, $22 billion TVL. Lido Finance, you guys, is one of those ETH stakers. Okay, you can stake the ETH there. So the fact that we're seeing this metric when it comes to ETH, that makes me bullish on Ethereum. Is Ethereum centralized? For the most part. Is ETHgate real? I think parts of it are true. Am I invested in ETH? Yes. Do I want my bags to pump? Yes. Do I want $10,000 ETH? Yes. Do I want liberty and equality for all? Yes. But at the same time, the system is always rigged. Is what it is. But anyways, that's telling me that ETH is not going anywhere. I know there's a lot of arguing about this layer 1 Solana and Cardano and whatever the heck, okay? Which is fine, okay? You can pick your favorite layer 1. Don't care. I actually bought more Cardano yesterday. I have Solana, I have Ethereum. There's a couple layer 1s I own, okay? But this is good. This is positive, bullish, fundamental news for Ethereum. ETH has 29.7 billion share of the total DeFi TVL after registering 1 billion increase in 24 hours. Tron took the second spot with 8.4 billion TVL. Tron is such a funny thing to me. A shout out to Justin Sun. I know a lot of you guys, some of you were here, some of you weren't. The Crypto Bull Run 2017. Justin Sun was the biggest marketer between him and John McAfee. It was absolutely insane. And the thing with Justin Sun, he always used to come out with these announcements of announcements. So that was a long ongoing joke on crypto Twitter. But he was just, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And Justin Sun, Mr. Excellency, I like, it was rumored for a long time Tron is a copy pasta of Ethereum, but the fact that Tron DeFi is up 8.4 or it's got 8.4 billion TVL, that's kind of crazy, and they took the second spot. And the total crypto market cap also rose by 6% in the past 24 hours, reaching 1.84 trillion. And total crypto trading volume rallied from 61 billion to 84 billion over the past 24 hours. DEXs are important. Why are DEXs important? Because DEXs are your way to stay financially free while we have that predatory Bitcoin spot ETF coming. The Bitcoin spot ETF is predatory 100%. It is essentially, you're literally trusting a third party of a third party. Why? Let's explain what that means. So you're basically trusting a big entity like BlackRock to essentially custody your Bitcoin. And then you're trusting an AP, another third party within that, to handle the redemptions, the authorized provider. So you're literally trusting all of these third parties. So it's like a fourth, a fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the ninth, the 10th, your mom, your dad, to do things for you. The sky shadow color looks pretty. I mixed two together. Anyways, that's what that is. So I don't know, but let's go ahead and take a look at Tron, just because I feel like Tron is, Gala's up too. Gala's up at 3 cents. I've got a fat bag of Gala. I'm running 3 Gala nodes, founders nodes, and 3 music nodes. And I got to check my holdings with that because I got that. All right. But anyways, let's take a look at Ethereum really quick. I imagine Ethereum is doing pretty well. Yeah, she's doing good. See, I thought a lot of these were going to go down because yesterday they were looking bearish, but these wicks over here, you guys, on like Ethereum, when you see a wick like this is a little bit scary because the price pumped all the way up to $2,400, but we're trading at $23,661. Okay. So that could be a little bit scary. MACD is kind of going sideways. But again, just as long as we kind of ping pong on our way up, we should hit about $2,500. Now I want to go ahead and pull up Tron. See what's going on with Tron. Excuse me. Which one is this? Oh no. Gosh golly. Come on, WendyO. Here we go. That's Binance. Okay, here we go. This is Tron. Wow. This is actually a pretty nice looking chart with Tron. I haven't charted Tron in a long time, but wow. Wow. Okay. Go off. Tron's actually really nice. This is a really great pattern. We created a local bottom at about 4 cents. 4 to 5 cents, and we're on our way up. We're trading really nicely along the EMAs. This is a nice little uptrend. This is a cute little chart, and DeFi volume keeps going up, TVL. So we're going to hit 11 cents. And this is just a kind of a nice clean chart on the weekly for the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and denote over here. And we already tapped on this area about 11 cents down here. Let's take a look at the daily. So daily's on our way up. This is actually a really nice chart. We do have a lot of volatility, and we did get dips all the way down to the EMA 200, but this is actually pretty nice. So really, 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 since I guess this area over here, September 12th, we've kind of had pullbacks down to the EMA 50 and just continued to rock up. So that looks good. 4 hours, a lot of volatility on the 4 hour, but hey, this is a pretty clean looking chart. Interesting though, right? All right, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, let's talk about Bitcoin now. Bitcoin-related companies show pre-market gains as BTC nears 46,000. U.S.-listed companies rode Bitcoin bullish momentum to show significant gains in pre-market, including CoinMaster, Mara, and Riot. It's so funny. MicroStrategy is a Bitcoin-related company. They literally do nothing for Bitcoin besides just buy it and take loans on it. But go off, please. Go off. All right, let's read a little bit more over here. All right, I think we got a good chart over here. Mixing gave us a good chart. Let's see. So since Black filed for a spot ETF in June, MicroStrategy went pumped 150%. Did you guys know that BlackRock is a MicroStrategy shareholder? You see how all of this is related? How all of these companies are related? It's like they're kissing cousins in an aspect. It's not only disgusting, but it should be illegal. It 100% should be illegal. Like, how is BlackRock an investor in MicroStrategy, a shareholder, so they get to help make decisions that MicroStrategy does? MicroStrategy buys Bitcoin and takes loans out on it, collateralized loans, in my opinion. And they also are adding it to their balance sheet. But now BlackRock wants to go ahead and create a Bitcoin spot ETF or file for one. How is this not illegal? Can anyone tell me? Can anybody explain that to me? Anybody? I like my eyeliner. But could anybody explain that to me? How that's legal? But it's okay. That's okay. We don't get to do that because we're poor and stupid because we're not accredited investors. But they get to. Crickets. Cough, cough, crickets. Okay. But that's okay. Eat your cake and eat it. Have your cake and eat it too. We have 506 concurrent viewers, 1,200 views. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning to Six Figs. Shout out to Six Figs and his family. Hey, Crimson Caviar Company. It's not staking, you're lending. We don't trust, we verify. Clickbait. No, it's actually not clickbait because there is a rumor. There's been rumors all over crypto Twitter. And this is the thing, you guys. On my channel, I call stupid people out. Why do I do that? Because on my channel, we promote you doing your due diligence. We promote you hearing what I say, but listening to yourself. We promote self-education. We promote due diligence. We promote spending 10 minutes a day to self-educate yourself, whether it be in meditating, whether it be in dinosaurs, whether it be in trading. I don't care what you do. But we work on exercising our mind. And all of the stories we talk about, they're pretty much crypto mainstream articles. So you can go ahead and fact check me on any of these. And if I am in fact wrong, let me know. I'd be happy to correct it. But unfortunately, the way the algorithm works on YouTube is you have to have the clickbait titles. And for the first couple of years of my career, I fought that and I didn't make money and I didn't get views. And all my colleagues surpassed me. So it's kind of part of it. But the thing is, though, is we can have a clickbait title, but the actual content being presented is a lot different. We keep it real here. Okay. But again, there are rumors all over crypto Twitter about the Bitcoin spot ETF, and I believe that they need to respond by January 10th. All right. So BlackRock Van Eck, this article's blocked, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So Bitcoin approval soon. Let's talk about ETF approval. The SEC spot Bitcoin ETF deadline is set for January 10th. That is 8 days away. This is the date which the SEC is required to either approve or reject ARK 21 shares ETF. A Reuters report over the weekend said the SEC may notify issuers as soon as today or tomorrow that they have been cleared to launch next week. So basically, the SEC would notify them earlier than the actual approval deadline so that they can prepare. Because it doesn't just, this is what happens, okay? When you submit an application for something, in most cases, not like a driver's license, okay? When you submit an application for a driver's license, they'll probably say, okay, you're cleared to come in, but you still got to take the driving test. But when you submit applications to get things done, like let's say, for example, you submit a permit to the city. In Los Angeles County, if you want to do mostly any type of work done on your house, you need to submit a permit to the city. Just because the permit gets approved doesn't mean you're ready to go to work, okay? So the reason why they're letting them know early is so they can prepare to get this thing actually launched by a certain day. That's the way you want to think of it. I know it's stupid, doesn't necessarily make sense, but at the same time, that is what it is. So that's why they're rumors, because there's a systematic way things need to be done by the law of the United States of America. Okay? So that's what that means. That's what that means. Earlier today, Bitcoin almost touched 46,000. This is the highest level since April of 2022. Bitcoin also flipped Meta by market cap. If you don't know what Meta is, that's Facebook. And that makes sense because Meta is a trash company. It's a horrible trash company and they practice But anyways, we'll see what happens. And again, I told you guys, I was pretty confident we'll get the Bitcoin spot approval in early, in quarter 1 or quarter 2. That's what I said. And I know that's like a 6 months or an 8 month thing. I don't know. Not good at math. But either way, we're going to get this approved. It's coming. It's just a matter of time. And I'm also seeing crazy predictions for Bitcoin. I'm seeing $500,000, $250,000. I would love $250,000 Bitcoin. $250,000 Bitcoin would alleviate a lot of problems for me. A lot of problems. 10,000 Ethereum would. I would prefer to hold on to my Bitcoin than Ethereum. That's just my opinion, though. Anyways. Let's read about this. So, Bitcoin traders may be lining up to sell on the news ETF approval. So these are traders. These are not investors, okay? All right, in recent report, blockchain data, CryptoQuant said the approval could be a sell the news event. They predict Bitcoin to fall to 32,000. Bitcoin market participants are sitting on high unrealized profits. In an older report, they said the approvals could lead to a huge amount of new capital coming into the space. So let's talk about this a little bit. I want to show you guys. I believe the EMA 200 is a $32,000. So this is the daily. Yeah, this makes sense. So basically what people are saying, these are traders, these are not investors. There's a difference between someone who's trading or investing. I'm more of like a passive trader at this time. I'm not really trading every day. I do take to have some fun, but basically what's happening is that a lot of these traders, these are people that have a stack of Bitcoin that they're using to actively trade. They're not investors. They're not hodlers. They're not the diamond handlers. They're not the maxis. It's different. So what they're doing is they're long, in my opinion, probably long, and they're anticipating Bitcoin to go up. Then, or once the Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved, and then after that, they're planning on shorting the market. That's why they're talking about the target of $32,000, $33,000, which makes sense. And technical analysis wise, it kind of makes sense because we're in an uptrend. This is why I like using EMAs. We've got really great support here at 33.6. And this coincides right after this gnarly pump on October 23rd. So it makes sense. How high will Bitcoin go? If we get the Bitcoin spot approval, maybe $52,000. To me, that looks pretty reasonable. That's an important area of resistance from the past. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly. Okay. Yeah, it's a swing wick high that we saw, or excuse me, the area of resistance that was created Monday the 6th, September 2021. So that would make sense. And then there, 55,000. 52,000 would be kind of conservative, and I like that. But there's a lot of people that are thinking the cycle that we are going to see like $250,000 Bitcoin, which would be nice. I would love that. That would alleviate a lot of problems for me and most of you as well. All right, let's get back into it. Okay, so this is Mr. Richard Hart. I actually have not heard this, but I would like to listen to it, okay? I have a feeling Richard Hart has a price for Gary Gensler in the SEC. I can see in Richard's eyes that he's very angry when he talks to Gary Gensler. Actually, we're not going to listen to it, but I would be pissed off as I was Richard Hart too. I understand the SEC is coming after him, and I really don't condone, like, unless the SEC actually has evidence that Hex was a Ponzi or that Hex is a security, then I would be like, okay, fine, whatever. But the fact that we have zero guidelines from the SEC actually determining what any of this stuff is, I'm really sick of them going after people. And also too, the Hex community, even though some of you are absolute nightmares, especially some of the YouTubers that like to come for me, the boys. But Hex wasn't treated fairly by CoinMarketCap and some of the other platforms. It wasn't. And I do like Richard Hart. I think he is a good person deep down on the inside. He might just be a little bit misunderstood, and that's okay. And I hope the best for the Hexkins. I think I have like 10 Hex coins from like some airdrop that happened on an old wallet a million years ago. But most of the Hexkins are pretty cool people. I like them. And those of you who come for me, I'm not going anywhere. And I don't have my fake eyelashes on today, but they're going back. I have trouble winking my eyes. Anyways, shout out to the Hexikins. All right, now let's talk about this. And Unusual Whales messaged me this morning and said, Wendy, can you cover this? I says, you bet your bottom dollar. Because I love Unusual Whales. You guys should definitely follow them. Breaking news. I have released the full report upon the politicians trading in 2023. Like every year since 2020, U.S. politicians beat the market. And many in Congress made unusually timed trades resulting in high gains. Here are the top performers of 2023. Isn't this fun? Look at who's Brian Higgins. He made a great some gains, 238%. Golly gee, wow. Mark Green, shout out to Mark Green, 122%. Garrett Graves, 105%. You know, shout out to these guys, these good old guys over here. These good old guys. But again, red and blue are both corrupt. Absolutely corrupt. Horrible. But this guy, Mr. Brian Higgins, he did well. But you guys should see the SBF political donations, mostly blue people. But they're all trash. None of them have your best interest. I think that's very important to note. We should note that. Okay? We should note it. Next, this is from Mr. John Deaton. I would love to engage in Warren on the issue of income equality and the wealth gap in this country. I dedicated my life to personally penetrating that massive gap. A new record high was just set under the leadership and policies of a government predominantly controlled by Warren's party and her policies during the last 3 years. With Warren in charge of the White House economic policy, and what's her answer solving the wealth gap in this country? She wants to ban the number one approaching asset of all time, an asset that has helped lift up more people financially than any other policy she's set forth. And John's right. And this is from Miss Lynn Alden. Percent of equities held by the wealthiest 10%. So this is the thing. I get public servants don't like Bitcoin, okay, because it infringes on the US dollar. Takes a little bit of that power away, which is the whole true intent. Oops, my contour's a little cuckoo this morning. Which that's a whole true intent and purpose. But Elizabeth Warren's market herself to be for the people, by the people. But when it comes to actually being for the people, by the people, where is she? She wants a CBDC. She wants to ban Bitcoin. And banning Bitcoin and crypto isn't just about the asset. It is literally freedom of speech. Code is law. Code is speech. Just because I'm not a coder, just because I'm not tech savvy, doesn't mean I do not support the developers, that I do not support those that are working to build a better future for our children and for future generations. Okay. Is there some malicious code? You bet your bottom dollar. But Bitcoin isn't malicious. Crypto, for the most part, isn't malicious. Yes, we have bad actors, but we have so much more good coming out of this industry. And the fact that people like Elizabeth Warren are really attacking this asset is problematic. And she's came out and said, talked about this person, talked about that person, your mom, all these different things. But guess what? Why was she silent on Sam Bankman-Fried? Why was she silent on all the politicians that received donations with stolen customer money? Why was she silent about his second trial going away? If she really cared about the people, she'd be screaming out the top of her lungs, because it was her side of the political spectrum that got accepted the most donations. And I believe some of them knew. Some of the higher ups definitely knew. The lower level ones, I don't think so. But for the fact that, people that are like, oh, well, you know what? He's still in jail. He's still going to do his time. He needs to also get held accountable for the political finance donations, the violations of that. And the people that accepted those, they still need to be looked into. The reason why is because they are going to they were being paid to make decisions about laws and regulations. And then these stupid people will be like, oh, go after influencers, go after people who are shilling the ref thing. Guess what? It's a completely different side of the thing. And I guarantee you, most influencers had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. Most people that were using FTX had no idea what was behind the scenes. Public servants, I would disagree there. Some of them probably knew. And the difference between that is they're the ones that are making laws and regulations to be predatory against you. So get your facts right, get your mind right, and go after the proper person and stop placing blame on low-hanging fruit. Because how well is that working out for you? Gary Gensler went after Kim Kardashian and a bunch of other celebrities last year. And prior to that, how did that work out for crypto as a whole? We still don't have clear guidelines. We still don't know how crypto assets constitute as a security or do not. We don't know a lot of things. But it's okay to go after celebrities. It's okay to go after the promoters. It's okay for people to go after people that we're not given laws to operate in. That's okay, right? Stop being lazy. Seriously, stop being lazy. Think for yourself and do better. Really. Is this getting embarrassing at this point? We should be screaming at the top of our lungs. Screaming. And thank you guys so much for the 200,000. I appreciate it. Still processing the fact Wendy's channel now has 200,000 subscribers. Thank you, gamer. I appreciate it. I do my best to work hard for you guys and to give you guys unbiased opinions. And I also last year was a really hard year for me. There was lots of days I was not okay to wake up and make content at any way, shape, or form. I was going through so many personal things, and it was just really, 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 really hard. It was a transition year, but you know what? I'm just going to keep, and there's some things I'm nervous about that are still I have to deal with in 2024 and moving forward, but I'm going to keep my faith in my higher power. I'm going to keep my faith in the universe, and I'm going to keep my faith in myself, and continue to do the best that I can. And it's okay to have bad days, but I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful. Like the fact that I get to be like, before I started crypto, I was searching so hard for a way to make income while being a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to do that so desperately. After I had my baby, I just wanted to be home with her. And I wanted to work. It's not like I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, which no shame to stay-at-home moms. Let me tell you all something about the stay-at-home parent or stay-at-home mom. Most women are stay-at-home. Well, in that particular group, it's mostly women that are stay-at-home parents and the dads that stay at home. Shout out to you. Being a stay-at-home parent is one of the most challenging things because you get a lot of depression because you're just kind of like you're bored in the house. And then on top of that, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're making sure everything is perfect. And then it's like you get so excited for your partner to come home and sometimes they're in a bad mood and it's hard. It's rough. It's got its challenges, but working, a 10-hour shift, a 12-hour shift, a 9 to 5 is also too. Each thing has its own challenges, but that's why partnership is so beautiful. And that's why it's so important to create a partnership with somebody that loves you, that respects you, that hears your voice, and you do the same. Okay? That's important. And in 2024, we should normalize treating each other the way we wanted to be treated, the way, regardless of sex. We should. But again, there's some hills I have for the way women should be treated, and some hills I have for the way men will be treated, because I'm very old school in that aspect. I am. And that's okay. But just as long as there's basic decency and respect. Shout out to Francisco for the $19.99 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and buy myself maybe a delicious bean and cheese burrito today with guacamole. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to eat yet. I am going to go to hot yoga today because I need to sweat it all, especially my belly. I got so much, I got my mom pouch. My mom pouch is going hard. I didn't get stretch marks after I had my baby, but I definitely got a mom pouch. I do. And that's okay. Because as we get older, it's important, just as long as you're healthy and you're eating right and you do a little bit of exercise. I mean, so it's okay to love your body the way it is. I used to not love my body. I always thought I was ugly and gross and fat and so much body dysmorphia along with the ED and all that stuff. But now in my 30s, I'm just so happy to be healthy, to have mobility, 10 fingers, 10 toes, to be able to move, just to be able to think. And if I get a little bit chubby around the midsection, that's okay. That's why I'm going to yoga today. Just love yourself. Just as long as you're trying, just love yourself. That's all I got to say. You should always love yourself. Hot yoga, it's Bikram yoga. It's basically you sit in a room that's like 100 degrees or 90 something degrees and you do all the yoga poses. But it really just pulls all the toxins. It's almost like a sauna. So that's why I know why I'm going. Anyway, shout out to my partner, Hotep Jesus. We love Hotep we support Hotep. He says, this chart is hilarious. Banking reserves, look at 2020. This is 2020. It literally dumps. Required reserves of depository institutions. So what is he talking about here? Y'all remember in 2020, and I think it was President Mr. Cheeto, the other geriatric. We have 2 geriatrics running for office. I prefer the Cheeto over than the other one because the other one can't even tell you what 1 + 1 is, but they're both expired geriatrics. We need a young guy in there or woman. But anyways, so basically y'all remember during the panorama, the banks were like, you know what? Or the Federal Reserve, like, you know what? You don't have to hold assets or reserves in there. Maybe they were worried about crime because there's all those riots and protests and stuff like that. But basically, back in the day, banks used to have to actually hold a certain amount of reserves, just in case you wanted to go in and withdraw your stuff. If you want to take out, I think, more than $10,000, you have to make an appointment with the bank. Funny, right? Because it's your money. This is why banks are so predatory. So that's what happened in 2020. You used to have a certain amount of assets that the bank actually had to have hard assets. Now you don't have to. Now the banks don't have to. So tell me why banking is safe. Tell me why. And again, the FDIC thing, people will be like out the side of FDIC insurance, da, 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 da. Guess what? The people that would impact the most are not the poor. It would. It's going to impact the poor and the middle class and the lower middle class. You want to know why? Because the bank accounts that have $250,000 or more, those are businesses for the most part. Those are small businesses and those are large corporations. So if they go bankrupt and they don't have access to their money, you don't get a paycheck. You don't get a paycheck. You can't pay your bills. So be very careful before you make an assumption or you make a choice about something. And sometimes it's good to educate yourself. Go look at how many small businesses that would impact or large corporations. And at the same time, I have a problem with corporate capitalism. But I also do not like the people that just hate on corporations all day. And it's a double-edged sword. The reason why is because we need these corporations to employ people for the most part, which sucks. Because if these corporations go away, who's going to employ people? Or we just get all on UBI. That works too. I'm with that. Anyways, let's take a look at the next story. All right. So we talked about the bank reserves. Donald Trump blocked from Maine presidential ballot in 2024. This is just dumb. I think anybody should be able to vote for who they want to, and they shouldn't be blocking anybody. But I also wanted to show you guys these. Shout out to Pogs. Pogs Digital, they gave me, and I'm following them, they gave me a bunch of NFTs on Solana. These are so cool. The reason why this is so special to me, these are the ones they gave me. I don't sell what's been given to me. And there's different things you can stake and do with them. But I want to tell you all why it's important. My dad, he was like a collector and everything. So one of the things he got me was like one of those Pogs books when I was a kid. So not only do I have the Pogs physical book, tangible book, but now I've got digital collectibles to kind of commemorate those to an extent. So I think that's super cool. So I like these. And again, this is any of the NFTs I'm given, I guess gets passed down to my daughter. I don't sell none of that stuff. So, but it is what it is. UBI equals is better than USD. Yeah. Shout out to Cali Crypto. All right. Go pick your son up. I hope he's okay. But yeah, shout out to Pogs. That made my day. I love it. Absolutely love it. We have 625 of you. Let's go ahead and get like some 420 likes. That'd be great. All right, now this story. This is to Gala. And again, I have a big moon bag of Gala. I own 3 Gala founders nodes running them. And I've also run the Gala music node. So I need to actually check on this because I didn't know I was getting anything. But apparently, if you have a Gala music node and you kept it online for more than average of 20 hours in December in 2023, you got 5 free slots. Oh, okay. So giving away 5 free node slots exclusive for Gala Music Jukebox player node owners. Okay, and I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and check that out. It's also confirmed by Bitbender. Shout out to Bitbender. Good friend of mine. Epic guy. But yeah, Gala Music is going to change the world this year along with the rest of the Gala ecosystem. Get ready to rock and roll. And this is one of the reasons why I support Gala. I'm not telling you guys go buy Gala or do anything like that, but I rock with them. And I really do think that they have good intentions. Crypto is a hard industry to kind of pivot to, especially from gaming and from music and from film and all that stuff. But a lot of people are like, Wendy, what are you going to do with your Gala? Because of the lawsuit. I said, I'm just going to keep holding it and running my nodes. And it's a moon bag. So I literally have no risk. There's no risk for me here. And that's why we moon bag, you guys. But anyways, shout out to Gala. To me, that's epic. Exciting. All right. So this is the guy Moonbirds, this Kevin Rhodes guy, but basically he says running Moonbirds gave Kevin Rhodes anxiety, IBS, high blood pressure, brain aneurysm, and drove him to ketamine. Okay. So this is the thing. Being on the internet is hard. Being a founder is hard. And unfortunately, mental health is a big issue that we have, but I feel like he kind of use this to not do good with the project. I don't know. A lot of people are talking about it. Oh, what did my baby want from me? Oh, okay. I'll deal with that later. I love you, baby. Okay. So also to you guys, this is a funny story from like last week. We forgot to talk about, but this guy rugged a coin called Jeet and then he accidentally showed his face. Yeah. Cuckoo, right? Crypto's crazy. That page don't exist. Okay, so this happened here. 80 million lost in first hack of 2024. How exciting. Apparently, South Korea's Orbit Bridge lost 80 million in a hack involving recurrent theme private key compromise. Okay, well, let's read a little bit more about this because I'm curious to see what the actual heck happening. Okay. All right. Oh. Orbit Chain, a cross-shade bridging project, lost 81.5 million in bridge hack. Hackers obtain access to 7 out of the 10 multi-sig signers. If you guys don't know what a multi-sig is, it's important. So multi-sig basically requires multiple private key holders to sign a transaction normally used to prevent one single party from controlling the wallet. The attacker moved the funding through a mixer. The team has asked the exchanges to freeze assets. Team is currently speaking with law enforcement to track the assets, and fake websites for reimbursement are circulating. Also, 2 LFG phishing tweets. This sucks. So phishing leaks in tweets related to LFG tokens are circulating. The co-founder of Solana retweeted one. People are getting their wallets drained. It's supposedly an airdrop on Solana for how much gas speed you spent on ETH. This is the thing, you guys. There's going to be so many hacks coming into play. I want to show you guys Wallet Guard. I'm not partnered with them. I don't make anything from it, but it's basically something you can kind of attach on to an extent to, I believe, Phantom. and to MetaMask. So anytime you do a transaction, it makes sure that it's safe and it's not malicious, because a lot of these things are not hacks. What it is human error. And this is why you should not be using MetaMask or Phantom Wallet. They're hot wallets to store all of your crypto. If you have to, you use it on a completely wiped phone, not connected to the internet, or a throwaway PC, something that is kept offline to where you're not clicking on effing links. That would be the best way to do it. But again, you're going to see a lot of this stuff popping up because more money is starting to flow into crypto. So the best thing to do is have a throwaway device to kind of click and explore. Try to do as much due diligence and research as possible and just be safe. Really, really be safe, because there's going to be a lot more of these happening. And guess what? The fact that Tiki-Taki, the YT, X, and a lot of these other platforms aren't getting rid of these malicious accounts, that's problematic, and they're never going to. They will never do that. So just be cautious. Be very, very cautious of what you do. But I just want to remind you guys, it's very important. There's money that's going away. And the fact that one of the Solana co-founders retweeted it, what a dodo. What a dodo. Oh, I want to talk about this. All right, so this is Vitalik, make Ethereum cypherpunk again. I don't even want to hear it from him, but let's read it a little bit. So he expressed concern over the fading vision of Web3, rising transaction fees, blame for strain from Web3 ideals, highlighted ENS as a major non-financial application, an ideological gap between crypto and non-blockchain decentralization advocates. Crypto consumer payments are not widely discussed, often centralized. High fees exclude users, leaving degen gamblers as primary owners. Vitalik, shut the hell up. Seriously, because last time I checked, you were like the creator of Ethereum. So you knew that there's high gas fees, and you promised that with the merge from proof of work to proof of stake, that would help mitigate that, but that hasn't been done. High gas fees are a problem. That's why we have layer 2 solutions like Matic, Polygon, and the rest of them. Okay. So fix it, or start working on fixing it. And Web3 doesn't even exist because it's not usable. So that's the only thing that you said that makes sense. I still want Ethereum to go to 10,000 because it got quite a bit of it. But it's honestly really ridiculous at this point. Really, really ridiculous, because we said, okay, these are our shortcomings, but we're not going to work on fixing it. Go figure. Go figure. All right, now let's talk about the Scions network, okay? So the network emerges as the latest crypto favorite. Meme coin Scion leads bets. It's up over 75% in the last week, and it launched in August of 2023. It's a newer chain. You got to be cautious over there. What else? It's a trading-focused blockchain designed for speed, low fees, and other features that support trading applications. Data shows that on-chain metrics are heating up for the network, and the meme coin Scion is up 400% in the past week. As of today, there's 5.5 million locked on site-based dApps, with trading service Ashaport holding more than 95% of that. Liquid staking protocol Kryptonite Salar tokens have gained 80% in the past 24 hours. So there is an updated plan for the devs that say they will make the network fastest, cheapest blockchain in the market. And they will also add features that let project devs deploy audited smart contracts from EVM-compatible networks and introduce parallelization. Will be released in public testnet Q1 of 2024 and get deployed to mainnet later. There's a lot of buzzwords. Syscoin is kind of already doing this to the most part. A lot of other projects are already doing it. So to me, it's a bunch of buzzwords. But you know what? Go grift over there and go make a bag. Why not? Go make a damn bag. Why wouldn't you? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I took away from the article page because it was ugly. Arbitrum and Optimism tokens trade near all-time high price levels. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's see what's going on. So both have been trading around record highs. ARB hit a record high of $1.83, 60% pump over the last month, and OP reached a record high price of $4.10. So shout out to everybody who got in on that. Consider profit taking. I'm not saying when to, but eventually. Anyways, you guys, we're done for the day. I'm dropping a second video for you guys. I'm not sure when, but it's going to be at 3:30 p.m. PST. I forget. I mean, I'm not sure what it's on. But anyways, I'm going to get going. I got some things I need to take care of because my baby wants me to look into getting her into gymnastics, even though she's not done with dance. But I'm sending you guys love and light. Thank you so much for rocking with me, and I will get with you tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. PST. We drop videos, second videos, 3:30 p.m. PST daily. If there's a breaking news update, I'll do a TikTok short, and I'll put it out as fast as possible. But thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Sending y'all love and light, and WendyO is out. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye, babies. Thank you so much.